Hello there everyone, welcome back to a brand new video. Today I'm going to talk about what if I would be a showrunner of Doctor Who. Today I'm going to explain a little series idea that I created myself, and it could be fun to talk about something if I were to be a showrunner for Doctor Who. So right, let's talk about obviously the characters, the actors I guess, and the story. So right, let's go. Let's start off with the doctor herself. This is going to be a woman for sure, because I think this could be very interesting. Another woman doctor, why not, right? And I made the most dangerous decision ever. I'm going to make this doctor ginger, because, it is a current joke, right? It is the joke that has been around for years, that the doctor still isn't ginger. And now it happened, and I've got a thing, anyway. And for actresses, I had a few options. I had Eleanor Tomlinson, I believe. Yeah, she's from Outlander. Kiara Baxendale or something. Sophie Turner, and also Lily James, right? She played in Yesterday, I believe. And great actresses, but I'm going to choose for Kiara Baxendale, yeah, because she isn't really well known. I believe I heard a lot about the other actresses. So the story would follow a next regeneration. So obviously we have Ncuti Gatwa now. So imagine this doctor being after him, alright? I'm not going to explain, like, I don't know, this could be a new doctor and, like, a new reboot or something. No. This is just a doctor, for example, that is just after Ncuti Gatwa. So yeah, there we go. For some reason I had the fit already planned out and everything. So this doctor would wear pretty casual clothes, right? Kind of like Ninth and the newest doctor, like Ncuti Gatwa's outfit. They're not really like, too extravagant. They don't really look like the 6th or the 7th doctor. They're just casual clothes. And for a accessory or a ring, I guess I would have like a question mark ring, and that could kind of reflect like the OG Doctor Who, because they also had like question marks everywhere on their outfit. So there we go. I also chose the 13 episodes and one Christmas special format, because I'm not quite sure. I just like, the more Doctor Who, the better, right? Anyway, let's talk about the first episode, which is called The Imitator or The Zygon Imitator. I'm not quite sure about the title. So, alright, there we go. The first 20 or 50 minutes will be about the newest companion, which is going to be your average guy, I guess, but he kind of has like an e-boy vibe. Anyway, he's like a double split, whatever, doesn't matter. Let's call him Benny for now. Okay, Benny is your average teen, or maybe like 19 20-year-old, and he's on the train or the metro, right, with his mates, and he does his daily stuff, but then he notices some kind of alien in the city, or like in a alley or whatever, and he spots it, and maybe he follows it or something, and maybe he sees the Zygon transform into a famous minister or whatever, or political figure or whatever, and he tries to solve the mystery. Meanwhile, the doctor's kind of like doing her thing, just chilling a bit in the present day, and she notices this boy and helps him out. As for characteristics for the doctor, I also need to mention that she's caring, she's stubborn, cocky, and also argumentative. She likes to converse with people, let's say that. And she's also pretty brave and funny and free, and she's like a mix between like 10th, 12th, and 9th. Like, she has like the stubbornness and the inner like rage or anger from 9th, right? We have from 10th, she has like a brave and a funny characteristic too, and also from 12th she has like a kind of like she likes to converse with people, like try to talk her way out of situations like the 12th doctor does, and make arguments and stuff like that. And she is also like stubborn, but yeah, let's not like make her like a 13th Doctor 2.0, because I think this, if she's like cocky, she's like brave, she's like funny, and I think that could kind of fit, but a lot of characteristics from a lot of different doctors are inside of this one. And as for Benny goes, he's like a very free, also young boy. He's in his like late teens, like early 20s or something, and he's pretty fond of his world, right? But he wants to explore some other regions and areas of the earth, but also like the universe. Why not, right? Because he's interested in the world beyond. Oh my days, that's actually a great sentence. Let's go. So the doctor actually recruits Benny in her adventures throughout space and time. And let's go to episode 2. A little quick Tardis interior design. So I had like the ideas for like a cross between the 9th, the 13th, and also the movie Tardis, and also some retro like first Doctor kind of Tardis designs. But I also want to have like a little library in the back. I made a little sketch, so I'm probably going to post it in the video. The next story is going to be Atlantis ambush. So the Doctor and Benny travel to Atlantis, what Benny asked for, obviously, because everybody wants to go to Atlantis, but it's not the Atlantis that we know, because it's actually a ship called the Atlantis, and it's like a ship full of aquatic life, right? And it's like a cargo storage ship or whatever, but there are turtles, fish, and coral reefs and stuff like that. Beautiful aquatic life, right? But this ship gets ambushed, right? And people want to steal some things from inside the ship, and the Doctor and Benny actually stop them. So there we go. This episode is all about life is pretty beautiful, especially like the aquatic life. So hey, there we go. The next episode is called Once Upon a Time in the West. Yeah, exactly, because we already had a Doctor episode called Once Upon a Time, and this is a kind of nod to the Western movie, but that's not it, because they actually go to the West, to America, right? They travel to actually America before Columbus explored and found it. They actually go to like Native Americans, right? And they help them out because there are a few enemies of the Doctor stranded there, because the Cybermen are there to defeat those Native Americans, but can't let that happen. And these are actually also wooden Cybermen, because why not, right? I really like that design. It's pretty original. So yeah, that's cool. The Doctor obviously defeats them, and win-win. And for a little detail, the Doctor and Benny also have like their respectful uniforms, like respectful outfits, right, for that decade, because that would make sense instead of just walking around with their normal clothes on, just Native American outfits and clothes and style. There's a little detail. It's a little detail, but I think it could be worth it. The next episode is called Dave the Space Station. So the Doctor and Benny actually get stuck on a desolate, isolated moon base, which is actually it is explored, obviously, but there is dust everywhere and cobwebs and stuff like that. This is kind of inspired by the Lego Dimensions level, the main campaign. I really like that little side story, so hey, there we go. If you didn't really know what the story is all about, go watch the level or something, I don't know. So hey, there we go. The next episode is episode 5, which is called The Woman Who Returns. So the Doctor and Benny travel to Ranskoravkolos, and yes, I know there are a few controversial opinions about that entire story, but anyway, so they actually go into the far future of that planet, because big tall buildings have been built, but there's one character lurking in the shadows, which is actually Zim Shaw. I really like that villain, to be honest. I really think like he is a killer who collects teeth from his victims, and I still think Zim Shaw could have like a very great resurrection story, right? For example, maybe he's part of like the entire brainwave of the city or whatever, and he controls everything in the dark. Whatever. I just think that could be a great idea to see Zim Shaw back. He got like what was it, like abandoned, right, in one of those sleep pods or whatever, thanks to Graham and Ryan. So hey, I would be down to see him again. The 6th episode, which is the return to the 19th century, is actually, begins with a little man trying to kill a woman, and the man succeeds to kill a woman, and that man is obviously Jack the Ripper. So that's great. The Doctor and obviously Benny travel to the 19th century because why not, right? They're time traveling and stuff like that. But they eventually meet Madame Vestra, the terrific trio, as I say. To them, because we have Strax, we have Jenny, and we have Madame Vestra, because they're epic, and it's been like since series 8 that we've lost saw them, right? So that's obviously like really cool. So yeah, obviously they try to they want to know who Jack the Ripper is, obviously, but Benny and Strax get stuck or like, I don't know, imprisoned And later in episode 7, woman in London, Jenny, Madame Vestra, and the Doctor need to save those two guys. It's maybe like I don't know, stereotypical, but why not, right? Or well, the girls save the boys now, but I think it could be fun because Strax and Benny, Strax is an alien, a centaur, right, and Benny is a human, and I think there would be some funny moments between them. But yeah, there we go. All right. Obviously, 19th century fashion, needs to be there because it's essential, because it's another time episode, right? And they go somewhere where they need to have the proper attire, right? Episode 8 is called Peace and Loving Extermination. Oh, yeah. The next one is about the Daleks invading, like, some kind of 60s, 70s concert, maybe a Woodstock, yeah, for example. And they try to I don't know, like exterminate people there, but people think they're like part of the act, right? And the Doctor and Benny stop them eventually. Why not, right? I think that could be a very interesting story too. I would also love to see some classic Doctor Who like appearances, maybe like I don't know, details, or maybe some kind of little man who wears a scarf walking around in the background. I don't know, that could be fun because that would make sense because Doctor Who was also popular back in the 70s and 60s, and makes sense. The 9th episode is called The Solarian Serpent. Oh yeah. So the Doctor and Benny go to the present day, to some kind of desert situation where there are a few soldiers there, but there is one threat, right? There is something lurking in the ground itself because it's a Solarian serpent. It's like a mix, we have the Solarians, right, which is the species of Madame Vestra, but imagine there was like a gigantic snake, right, inside of those sands, living there for thousands and thousands of years, and maybe thanks to the war, it's like alive now and wants to eat all these people. And the Doctor and Benny need to save these soldiers, but obviously continue the fight, and that might be a problem anyway. So, episode 10 is called The Secrets of Gallifrey. So, the Doctor and Benny actually have traveled to the planet where there is like an entire collection of things and memorabilia throughout like the entire universe, right? We have one part which is a little small section about Gallifrey, but everything is like stolen or something, and there's like I don't know, maybe someone broke in, right? And maybe they left like a helmet or a weapon or whatever, or a part of a ship. Why not, right? Maybe the Doctor is there to help the museum out, or the collection, right? And she eventually like finds out like this is a helmet that she might probably recognize from somewhere. Anyway, episode 11 is a Star Woman. So this is actually an episode dedicated to David Bowie, one of my favorite musicians, or one of my favorite singers, or musicians, right? So hopefully this could be like a great episode, just like Vincent and the Doctor, just dedicated to David Bowie and David Bowie fans, right? Because he makes fantastic music, let's say that. Episode 12 is called Chaos and Space. So Benny and the Doctor are traveling in space, whatever. But then they get struck by another Tardis, which is very interesting because, the Gallifreyans are kind of like dead, or, whatever they are, wherever they are, they're pretty much gone, right? But this is some kind of like TARDIS design that she also recognizes from somewhere, but she doesn't really know why, and why she recognizes this one. But they eventually get knocked down on a planet which is a forest planet, and there in episode 13 they discover the little secret, because there's this guy which is called Omega, and Omega lives in this forest planet. I think the last time we saw him he was like in a pocket dimension. I don't know, maybe he escaped, but Omega has been living there. All his clothes are like worn down, and everywhere like holes in his clothes, and he's been abandoned, right? He has a little hut, and the Doctor and Benny try to feed him because I don't know, that's what she does. But Omega is much more powerful than her, and Omega is a very, very powerful Gallifreyan and a very, very powerful enemy of the Doctor. And one thing or whatever, somehow, some way, I guess, she defeats him and also imprisons him into another pocket dimension that she actually holds in her hand, right? and maybe that becomes like some kind of I don't know, thing she can wear around her neck or whatever, that she can't leave track for Amiga or whatever. I don't know, does that make sense? I don't know, I just want a villain that isn't the Master, that isn't Cyberman or Dalek. We already have like the same villain. So Omega will be back, obviously from Classic Who. So I think that could be a great idea. Last but not least, we have a Christmas special. Whoa. Okay, there we go. This is the last thing I'm going to talk about. So there we go. So the Doctor and Benny celebrate Christmas on Earth, but why only on Earth? Because they travel to a science fiction planet or whatever, where all the species live in common peace, right? Where even humans live, right? And those humans also celebrate Christmas, and thanks to those other species also do that. And they present gifts to children, and right, and stuff like that. But hard reality strikes, because this planet is about to get hit by a meteor shower, and only the Doctor knows that. So she wants to have like a great moment for those kids. And it's a pretty harsh reality, but this is inspired by the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special, obviously, because I really like Guardians of the Galaxy, so that's nice. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, holy shit. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'm probably going to make a part 2, because I already wrote like 2 other series, right? So series 2 and series 3. And maybe I'll make another other Doctor Regeneration story, whatever. Anyway, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I just enjoy Doctor Who so much. I enjoy the stories, and I just enjoy everything that everyone has to offer, right, for this show. This is my interpretation, obviously. So yeah, might work out someday in the future, I don't know. But if not, why not, right? It's on YouTube, you can find it and you can rewatch it. And yeah, whatever, ladies and gentlemen, I will see you later. Goodbye, everyone. Or should I say, laugh hard, run fast, be kind.